Yo, what's up? It's your boy RJ. In the building. I switched up. Alright. So basically, yeah, we're doing a guide video like you've not seen that before. Maybe not on this guy though. On other people, maybe on this guy. You know, but we move in. So I'm gonna talk about Hashirama, but the alive version. So now I want to shed some light on this version. I prefer this version over the Sage Mode version. The Sage Mode version is better, but I just like his combos and mainly above all his grab, right? Which we'll get onto when we start this video. So let's talk about his combos, considering that that's how we started, right? Now his combos are a lot less stiff than Sage and Hashirama. Sage and Hashirama has long animations regarding, you know, him going into his you know, he's really utilizing that wood style basically in his combos, whereas this Hashirama doesn't really involve wood style into his combos unless they're at the end. If you see, he doesn't really involve, it's all punches and kicks until the end. See how that's at the end as well? Boom. And then he goes into it, yeah? So for that reason, he's very safe. He's so much safer in his combos, right? Like that's what, like, he doesn't have big animations. Even if you delay him, see that you can jump out of the combos pretty easy, right? So he's pretty safe in his combos. So what does that provide him? What's the reason? What makes that so good? It means that you can bait out subs easier. It means that you're also harder to get in on if you need to as well. And you know, it just gives you opportunities to you know, really. He's a good main for that reason, should I say. Hashirama's Sage Mode is still a decent main, but he's more good regarding switch tech because of his long animations. This Hashirama, on the other hand, you can sit as him if you really wanted to when you combo with him, because he doesn't really have, like, he has some good switch tech. For example, in his up combo right here, see how there's like a hot big stun. Also, if you wondering how to do that as well, if you want me to do a video, I'll still do a video on it. But there is a video from my fellow Walls of Despair member, Poison Okami, who did a video on how to do certain switch tech with certain characters. I'll link it in the description below, but definitely go check it out as well. But if you still want me to do a video, also let me know in the comment section below, and I will do a video on it. That being said, we'll get back into it. But yeah, so he still has some stuff which has, you know, switch tech in it regarding certain things, but compared to Sage Mode Hashirama, you could do some crazy things with that character. If you want to see that character, let me know. Anything you want to see, let me know. Anything you don't understand, let me know in the comment section below, right? So his combos are very, very safe. So for that reason, like I said, you can delay your hits, you can really mix it up. If you have a tag, you can jump in for a tag and keep going as well. So, and you know, regardless, that's what it is, right? So now we're going to talk about each one of his combos specifically. His down combo. What does his down combo provide you? Well, like I said, it gives you that last hit right here, if you see, which gives you a big stun. Where if you can get creative with it, you can. I don't really use it that much, so I don't think there's a need to. I mainly use his up combo, and I will explain why when I get there. But his down combo is really short. What it also does is that if you break a guard, you get a whole down combo and they can't sub, right? So I'm not gonna edit this part. I'm literally gonna show you. I'm gonna put subs on, so she subs straight when I hit her, right? Okay. Straight when I hit her. So what I'm gonna do is, yeah, right, I'm gonna break her guard. Alright, I'm gonna break her guard, but I'm gonna do it normally for a reason, yeah? Oops, okay, well, I'm gonna do it again because clearly. Alright, I've broken her guard. See, now subs are on. I remember last time when I hit her, as soon as she can sub, she's going to sub. See, boom, hold down combo for free. She can't sub it at all, right? But if I was to hit an outbreak pill, okay, so I forgot to take off sub again. Okay, and then we're gonna go over to sub on. Doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. Right, so now the reason why is because when you break someone's guard, they're stunned for longer than if you hear up break pill, and that's a good thing to note as well for if you're using other characters as well, that if you break a guard, you're stunned for a lot longer. There are similar characters that can do this. They get a hold down combo, which is PTS Sakura, the last Naruto gets a hold down combo, I believe Orochimaru gets a hold down combo, I believe, but there are some characters that can do it, and he is one of them as well, which is also good to know. So you still have that option if you just want to go for straight damage with a down combo, and I didn't take off substitution jutsu. Straight combo for the down combo, bam, and then you can even give you some good Oki if you got a good support on you, like the last Naruto, his clone jutsus for example, or Killer B, etc, etc. Right, so that's something that's good to use for his down combo. Like I said, if you can make good with this stun as well, boom, you know, depending on what team you have, it will still be pretty good to use, right? You know, just to get it out there. You know what I'm saying? Right, so let's talk about his neutral combo. Now his neutral combo doesn't really have much. Boom, it doesn't really have much going for him, right? It doesn't really have much going for him because it's more just a safe option to get a straight back, because it's all, see, he just does one hit into cutscene. It's still pretty quick, you know, like it's a really good, it's a good thing to note. But his neutral combo doesn't really give him anything. It's literally just you get a strike back at the end. If you want to go for a strike back, or if you have a strike back on your team, then you just go for the neutral combo. Apart from that, doesn't really do much. So let's go to the up combo, and this, in my opinion, is his greatest combo. One, obviously you saw the switch tech on him, which I will start here. Alright, so how to do this and why this happens. So just to touch on it a bit, if someone has so each circle has animation, right? For example, that's 4 circles but 5 6. I only press circles 4 times, but this circle right here with the 2 kicks, that is only 1 circle I'm pressing but 2 kicks in it. Alright, so that being said, after that punch he does 3 hits after this punch right here. Those 3 hits is also all 1 circle, which means 1 animation, which means if you press circle once, he will do those 3 hits. Now if you switch literally just as you press that first, just as you start the animation, right, then he will continue to do the whole animation, leaving the person stunned. So just as I start this, boom, see how they're stunned there? Now that opens doors to so much. That opens doors to an ultimate. That can open doors to more damage if you have a down pill. That can open doors to a jutsu. That can open doors to buffering combos, buffering grabs. You know, people like to buffer grabs in. I'll show you right here quick. See, people like to buffer grabs in like this. So it can lead doors into some really good mix up options, setup options, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, that's also one thing to why his outcome in my opinion is one of the best. Also, another reason why it's some of the best is obviously it's also his combo cancel as well, if you see. So it's also his combo cancel too. It also because he's so safe, it's not safe, sorry, because he has a lot of forward momentum in his combos, you can also get a neutral combo straight after it. You see, you have to delay some of the hits just to make sure that it realigns itself, but you can get a neutral combo straight after it. If you get the perfect timing, then you can actually restand them like this, alright, and then you can even go for another one again. And if you're that good, see, if you don't get it, it won't happen. So you need to get the straight realigning. You can try and delay it to make it drop like this. So you see how I delayed it, so I try to let her fall down, so I can get that last up combo hit. So you should try and delay your combos as well if you are gonna go for it. But I would say the more consistent thing, and realistically, is, you know, you can go for a neutral combo even if you dash after it like this, or you can go for a juggling. Grammar was not there. You can juggle your combo as well, right? I don't know if you've seen the video, and then eventually she'll land, and then you can even go for it again if you want, and rinse and repeat. But even if you do this, you still get a neutral combo even if the last hit misses. That's just the kind of combo it is. So he's really good for just keeping you in the combo for that reason. He has really good juggle on him because you can get so many hits. Just his combos are just amazing. It's just his up combo really is a good combo, to why I chose to pick him up myself. I just need to incorporate him in a team into my playstyle, right? So now we spoke about his combos. Now let's speak about air combo. Let's speak about his air combo. His air combo, 3 hits, knocks you down to the floor, keeps you right next to him. I'm gonna actually put it in the middle so that way there's nothing interfering with it. So it keeps you right next to him, but reasonably close if you see him right here, and that gives you some good Oki setups as well. Boom. So like, let's say like, so let me be careful when I say this, right? Regarding this is going to touch a bit on his jutsu as well, and again, Poison Akami covered the fact of what his jutsu, the pros and the cons of his jutsu as well, this right here. But just to give you an influence, is that this jutsu gives the opponent invincibility frames, right? So what does that mean? So that means if they block this, right, then you can't hit them, and they can basically just abuse that if they know it's there. For example, if you're hitting them, right, say if they're blocking, you know, and you start guard pressure on them, right, they can dash you while you're in the combo. So while you're in this combo right here, they can dash you if they block that jutsu, right? Or let's say you do this and then you go into, let's say you do this and you go into guard pressure. See how that hit miss just there? I will like, is that hit literally just missed it there? Then there was no connection, there was no anything, right? That's because of the invincibility frames in the combo, and you can't hit anything in that. Let's say if I did this, you see how the Rasengan just didn't connect at all? So that is a big thing to note when you are doing this jutsu as well, and that all leads to the Oki setup. So if you feel like that, you're like to yourself, oh, I'm gonna go for an Oki setup right here, right? I'm gonna put it to guard. See, nothing. You're not gonna get it. Because she had the opportunity to move, she would have blocked it, she would have moved out the way, and then that would have been the end of your Oki. No Oki at all. So how do you use the jutsu, right? Which is actually leading from the air combo to the jutsu, but I'm going to get back to the air combo as well, especially the first hit, yeah? So what does that mean regarding his jutsu? Why is his jutsu so good? Why do you see so many people pick it? And it does, and this is the same for Sage Mode Hashirama as well, by the way. This isn't unique to him, it's the same for Sage Mode Hashirama when he uses the jutsu also. But that being said, why is this good? It's a good defensive tool. That's the only time that you should really be using this jutsu defensively. If someone's trying to get in on you, and say you have the health lead and you're playing health lead and you want to keep your distance, then it's a good defensive tool. It can take out 2, sometimes 3 subs, and if you're really lucky, 4 subs, but 2 to 3 subs it could take out. It could force a double sub, where if someone subs, if something will hit them again, they will sub straight again, because that's what the game does, because the game's retarded. Thank you, Storm. That's literally, it's really good defensive option. It's a really good defensive tool, and that's the main reason why it's really good. So if someone's trying to dash at you too much, or they're trying to approach you, or let's say you're playing a very aggressive player, this will shut them down every time. This will shut them down every time. The only thing you gotta make sure is that you gotta make sure that this first part doesn't hit anything, because if it does hit something, you don't get the other cleanse, right? Which, you know, could be, it's like, there are times where it will hit and wherever, not hit, sorry, there's times where, you know, it'll be alright. Like for example, let's say you are here, you can do this, so it's the guard, but not people many use it like that. I think there's no point using it like that. I think it's a waste. I just think it's better to make sure you get the clones out and you keep rolling. So yeah, so that's regarding his jutsu. There's no all I really have to say regarding his jutsu, so we can get back to his air combo, right? So if we go back to his first hit of his air combo, right, we're gonna talk about the first hit on block. You see how quick he falls down? For that reason, you get some really good guard pressure here. You can get some really good guard pressure if you get this down. There we go. Break it. See? And then you can go for a juggle or whatever, right? That's the good thing about his air, because it's so safe. He falls right back down to the floor, right back down. Look at this, right back down to the floor. You can get some crazy guard pressure with him as well. Now if you layer that with a support, see, I messed up there, but look, boom, like, and then you can go straight into your juggling and do whatever from there, right? So that's his first hit of his air combo. Really strong on block. You literally force a mix up. You can do a grab from here, because he drops so quick. You can carry on a combo. You can do a support combo like this as well. So you can go back. Whoops, hold on. You can go back, and then go from there. There's so much you can do regarding it, because you drop so quick. They might not even expect it coming. It's just boop, and then you're off. Right, so that's something. His air hit on block, definitely a thing to use. Definitely just an amazing tool to use. Right. So now let's talk about his first hit of his air combo on hit. Sends him straight high to the sky. Right. Boom, straight high. Right. There's not much you can do, but there is one thing you can do, right? Now this is gonna where the guard manipulation is coming in, right? And if you don't know what guard manipulation is, I'll run it through really quickly, but I do have a video on it before. It's basically if you block anything from a certain height, that you will drop to the floor, and when you hit the floor, you can't block at all. You can't block, you can't counter. It is basically a free pass for your opponent to punch you in the face. So we put this on when damage, which means that if I hit her, she will then hold block after, right? So anything that isn't a combo, so for example, let's say I do this, she'll block it, right? So that being said, let's go back to his air hit. Now his air hit, yeah, one thing you can do, yeah. Now that if someone isn't expecting that, right, which most people won't, because initially their habit is to hold block, then you can get guard manipulated there. Oops, I switched by accident, but sure. But you can get guard manipulated there. Oh my goodness. I tried to do it, tried to remix it. Boom. And you can get some crazy stuff there as well. Like, you don't always have to go for a combo. You can go for pretty much. I don't want to wait for my supports to recharge. I'm sorry, I'm impatient. Oh my god. For a second, like, remember, they can't block at all, so you can go for literally anything. See? You can go for an ultimate jutsu, and ain't nothing they could do about it, right? Now, if they are expecting this, how you would get out of it is that your opponent would just let go of block. So if I don't do it to when she's on guard, no matter how much I do it wrong, she will just get hit. It will not work. She can still block if I put it on guard. Oh, now, see, she'll block straight away. Alright, so that's the way you get around it. But if someone isn't expecting it, you can literally throw your kunai and you can do this. Again, there are other characters that can do this, like for example Naruto can do this after his first air hit. But yeah, it's really good regarding that. Okay, so now let's get to his grab now. Yeah, so his grab, I love this. Is really my favorite thing about him. All right, so his grab allows him to move while they're still in the air. Yeah, which means that you can go for many things. The most famous thing that we used to do with Hashirama is you'd throw kunai and you'd grab again. Now you can get out of this by throwing kunai back, because you are in the air. You can throw kunai back and then it will stop him from doing the grab, leading you to safety as well. But this leads to even that alone leads to mix up options, because if they're throwing kunai, you can just wait. You can just wait, they throw the kunai, and then you can keep going. Do you see what I'm saying? There's so many options you can do. My favorite option, which I like to do, is I won't even throw the kunai. I'll kind of wait here, and I'll either mix, and it becomes a mix up from there. So I'll either grab again. Hold on. I'll either grab again. So I'll grab a second time, like you've just seen. It's just to be cheeky, or I'll go here. Oops, I messed up. But I'll go from a combo, because I'm waiting for them to get so low down to the floor so I can hear an air dash, similar to the juggling concept that I showed you earlier, right? Regarding if you did up combo, you can jump dash and you drop straight down, right? I can literally juggle from here too. Oops, that's too high. You have to get the timing down. It's not strict timing, it's pretty easy. You know, it'll just take a few steps to get it. See? And you can even go to the it goes to the same thing that I was talking about regarding the up combo, which is really good as well. But you can, there's so many options you can do. You get the same amount of options that you got from the up combo right here, and then you can go or whatever. All right, you can, and it's just an amazing thing to do. I can spend hours in practice mode. Everyone knows me that I can just spend hours and hours in practice mode just experimenting with this. If I can actually get it, I want to show you guys. See, look, boom, grab again, and then we're just back in this loop. If I have a strike back, boom, hit the strike back, and then you can even do it from the strike back. Okay, well that's just water effects. But yeah, there's so much you can do. To hitting it. And by the way, just a note that when you was in the water, due to the fact that it's water, it is easier to get restands on the water due to the fact that you can go underground like that. It's rare, you don't really see it, but it's possible, as you just seen. She was pretty much halfway in the water bus, like. Okay, so now let's talk about his tilt. You know, his tilt is not very good. You rarely see a Hashirama player tilt. If they do tilt, it's more because it's just because they wouldn't, so it's more the element of surprise. But in itself, it's not really a good tilt. It's unsafe. It doesn't really have much tracking on it either. The hitbox after the second hit is pretty big, a bit like Sakura Jutsu, but it's just nowhere near as good. The first bit here does have a hitbox on it regarding it, so you know, you can do, for example, like if you hit this first hit, you can do something like that, or you can get the, do you know what I mean? There's stuff you can do regarding it. But it's just not really good to hit. Even if you tilt in between combos, which you can do, it is a bit slow due to the fact that he goes got it and then jumps after. So his tilt isn't really good, I would say. It's unsafe. It leaves you vulnerable, and if you don't follow up on it, like this for example, covering yourself like that. But yeah, his tilt, in my opinion, isn't very good at all. Okay, so how would I play the character then? So I would put the character in a team where, because this is his better jutsu over the other one, I would put this character in a team where I don't really need to worry about defensive jutsu, considering that this is the better jutsu compared to his other one. So for that reason, I already have the defensive options. I'd put him in a team where you know, he has the guard pressure covered, he has the defensive jutsu covered, so I would maybe get somebody who can you know, help him get in, so maybe a Shizui or a Dari or a Gaara with the sand shower. Oh wait, no, yeah, PTS Gaara with the sand shower, because the older one, you have to pick him first to get sand shower, but you have to pick Hashirama first to get this. Alright, so I'd pick, you know, sand shower, someone to help him get in so he can start that guard pressure, so he can start the grabs. No, he said he can get close up essentially, right? Because he doesn't really have the range that he wants to have. So that's what I would usually get. So I'd either put like a Shizui, a Dari in there, someone to help him get in, essentially, maybe Madara, and I would also, and then the second person, it could go either way. So I can either put someone that can help him with his guard pressure, like Killer B. I could put Minato, for example. Also, I would also recommend having a strike back on his team as well, due to the fact that the clone jutsu gives you a strike back. Obviously, you have the up combo to neutral combo that gives you a strike back. You have the grab into paper bomb, which gives you a strike back, if you have a paper bomb. But yeah, I would definitely say a strike back is decent on him as well. But yeah, so I would say regarding Hashirama, and you know, in terms of a guide, you know, what you know, talking about everything, that this concludes everything, I would say. Even the team that I have right here on the top left is a decent team that you could put with him also. So yeah, so thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, give it a like. Leave a comment down below about the previous stuff as well. I know I've not uploaded for a while, but like I said, I have a lot of plans for the future. So that being said, peace, sayonara, and adios.